as we await our next fight of the evening, as we move on to a teammate of yours, Johnny Campbell, Brendan Boats, finally getting to match up against Gage Looby out of Queens, New York.
This fight has a little history, does it not?
It's a long history. Looby is an elusive man. Loves to fight, but he likes to mess with the rules a little bit, and he's a rogue.
I got a chance to watch one or two of his fights, and yeah, it was very different. He could take a lot of punishment out there, and he is like odd rogue style fighter. He has so much fun.
He fights everyone too.
Yeah, he'll take on anyone.
I've seen him fight some giant men.
Brendan Boats making his second walk.
He really thrives in this environment.
Yeah, Brandon looks absolutely ready for this. Very excited, very stoked to be getting this fight with Looby after all this time of trying to put this one together and taking on one of his teammates as an early replacement in his last one.
Yeah, his win over Muhammad Islam, very emotional night for this man, Brendan Boats, who was really determined to make a name for himself as a fighter. You know, as a media member to the sport, wanted to go in and show that he'll fight anybody, anytime, anywhere, and found these guys, found Looby. This fight supposed to take place 3 months ago. Looby had to pull out due to injury a couple of times, fought a replacement, and 3 months later, he finally gets his chance to do what he wants to do.
Yes. And Boats is someone who's always in the gym. He's been an athlete forever. I believe he played pretty high-level college soccer. Not that I know much about soccer, but he's a stud. I mean, you see by his physique alone, in his 40s, the man is just a specimen.
Yeah, he looks great. Absolutely ready for this fight. Look at him up there. He's super happy to be
He can't even go with the old guy moniker tonight.
Yeah.
There's a John Payne earlier.
Yeah.
John Payne could probably be his dad.
He's an adventurous 15-year-old or something.
Stop. Why did I do? But yeah, he can't rock the old guy's moniker tonight, but
the money shorts.
The money shorts are on fleek, as they say. Gage Looby makes his long-awaited
Cage Titans debut, I believe.
It's been a long time coming. He's been here in support of all of his teammates at Gym X Elite Boxing in all of their endeavors in this cage through thick and thin, and finally gets to emerge as a competitor for this Plymouth Memorial Hall crowd.
Looby has been in the cage quite a bit, especially for an amateur. He's always in the cage, so he's going to be extremely comfortable.
That's what amateur career really is all about. It's about grinding out the fights and getting the experience in. And these guys are down to fight anyone.
And Boats is going to try to make him uncomfortable, most likely.
We saw Boats in his last fight immediately change levels and try to take it to the ground and rain down otherworldly ground and pound.
Gage Looby with a very colorful entrance here.
Irish flag. Is it Irish flag?
You know, you got to give it up to him. He is game right now as well. Very calm looking. He's clearly having a lot of fun right now. Stoked to be here. And he's got a pretty scary opponent in front of him, so I think that says something.
But he's not intimidated at all. He doesn't care. I saw him getting a sweat out in the parking lot this morning. Just throwing, shadow boxing, staying ready. He's looking mean, looking angry, looking excited to make his Cage Titans debut.
What do you got to say, Johnny?
I'm just excited to watch this fight finally.
You're excited to see your teammate go to work?
Yeah, definitely. Boats, he's just, his kids are at South Shore. and they've been slowly growing up there, and Boats got into jiu-jitsu and MMA, almost a hang with them, and it's become this now. We're sitting in the cage.
They move too. Like, he's going in there to prove he can fight. He's going in there to prove he can fight before his kids step in there. So he's trying to get it done before the next generation. But Looby getting loose, getting groovy, looking to silence the hometown crowd here, because Boats has a ton of fans here in attendance as he's ready to climb in as we await the tail of the tape for Boats versus Looby, sponsored by Coop's Bar and Grill in Quincy.
And here's our tail of the tape. We obviously have a big gap in age here, 22-year difference. A little bit of a difference in height, 3-inch difference. The rest virtually identical. Andy with your cage announcements coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the next fight of the evening. An amateur mixed martial arts contest taking place at a catchweight scheduled for 3 rounds, 3 minutes apiece. Introducing to you first, standing in the red corner, holding an amateur mixed martial arts record of 1 victory and no defeats. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he weighed in at 163 pounds. From East Bridgewater, Massachusetts, he's representing South Shore Sport Fighting. Let's hear it for Brendan Motor Boats. And now, introducing his opponent, standing across from him in the blue corner, holding an amateur mixed martial arts record of 4 victories and 8 defeats. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 165 pounds. From Queens, New York, he's representing Gym X Boxing Elite. Let's hear it for Gage. 12 gauge shotgun Looby. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of this contest is Tommy Santana.
Our crowd really loves Gage Looby, who's excited to get started here.
I've never seen someone touch gloves before the ref tells you.
The electricity.
He looks ready to explode.
Boats in the money trunks. Looby in the red and black.
Here we
No
go.
touch. Left hand from Looby, underhooks.
They get started right in front of us. Looby opens up with some punches, but
And Looby with a nice little reversal there after he went for the lateral drop, almost got mounted, and then just bucked the hips and gets on top. Well done from Gage Looby. Brendan Boats with an overhook on the left side, but Looby trying to free it and land some ground and pound here.
Showing some improved wrestling.
And they stand back up.
to the feet.
He went for the slam, but Boats just stood. Looby, good job with the underhooks and a nice knee.
Looby with some knees.
Great clinch work. I like what I see.
Boats with a nice trip.
Great work. Just kind of almost pulled guard in a way, but in a violent fashion.
Now, Looby's got to get that underhook on the left side into play. Boats sliding into mount here.
Boats can posture up here. He can start raining down some big punches.
Looby's got to get his hips into play and start.
Looby's holding grips and defending here.
Boats with the painted toenails, just realized.
Yes.
Always a power move. Nice slide over into side control, hopping over into that crucifix.
Here we go. I think we're about to see him start raining down.
Now he's thrown to the body. Looby's got to do something to pendulum his hips and try to get out of this crucifix spot. Tap, he
Looby's
tapped.
tapping. Looby's tapping.
They finally squash it. They finally get in there,
Good
duke it out. Great reversal from Looby early. Some good ground and pound, but Boat staying tough, staying calm. Gets up, scores a takedown of his own. Some good ground and pound like we saw in his last fight, and this time finishes with a submission with the far side key lock.
Hey man, sometimes when you get stuck on the ground and you have nothing nothing to show. You just tap from the ground and pound, you know, and it looked like Looby had no answers for Brandon there.
Yeah, he was bleeding. Wasn't aware of that. It looked like he maybe took some harder shots than we maybe could see.
Yeah, he might have taken a good one to his jaw there. He's got a lot of blood coming out of his mouth right now. And what a great win for Brandon tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep the noise going for these two. Referee Tommy Santana has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 37 seconds of round number 1. Giving you your winner by submission due to a Kimura, Brandon Motor